Hey guys, we're back. Today we have the long awaited refresh of the iPad Pro. This is the 13-inch M4 with cellular at 2 terabytes. So I got this from AT&T. This is the space black colorway. I told myself I was going to get the silver, and I was tired of getting the space gray. I got it for 2 iterations in a row, and I wanted something different, but they dropped the space black, and so I went with that one. Hopefully I don't regret it. Hopefully I like the color. Hopefully it's not just a little bit darker space gray, but we'll see. Let's get right into this. We also have the Magic Keyboard and the Apple Pencil Pro. So we'll get into those as well. But let's turn this bad boy over. One, two. Come on. It's really taking its time. So voila. This is super freaking thin. Wow, I could tell immediately. And just awesome. It's light. Let's get that color. Hopefully it shows up on camera. I mean, it's black, but it's a darker space gray to me. Maybe it's just the lighting right now. When we take a look at it more, maybe we can tell a little more difference, but whatever. It's the new color, right? So let's set that off to the side. We'll actually get this powered on first. Now, even though I got the 2 terabyte model, I could have gotten that nano textured glass, but I went with the standard glass just because I want to be able to draw with this and use a paper-like screen protector, or not necessarily that brand, but a matte screen protector. But hold on, that is gorgeous. And I know it's just the standard wallpaper, but already that double OLED looks awesome. Anyways, I was hoping to use it with or maybe that nano texture would help with the pencil, but from what I was seeing before I made my pre-order, it was just help with the glare. And as you can see, maybe that would have helped right now, because that is some glare. But in the box we just got normal stuff. We do have a black braided cable, which is a nice touch. It would have been cool if they gave us a black brick. It is, hopefully we can focus on that. It is a 20 watt brick. I don't know if you could see that. There we go. 20 watts. It's like, dude, there's an iPad. It can charge much faster than that. Why are we still getting a 20 watt brick? But I guess we're just grateful that we still get them, right? But I have so many now that, and especially with 20 watts, I'm probably never even going to use it. So, nice braided material. This is probably the, when we got the iPhone 15 Pro leaks, they said it was going to come with a matching braided cable. It never did, but maybe this is what people were seeing. So, that's it. Just the cable, the charging brick, no stickers, just the quick start guide, and that's about it. So let's put that off to the side. And let's bring over the M1 iPad so that we can take a look at it for color. Yeah, it is darker. So it is black. This is space gray. You can definitely see a difference in person and hopefully, you know, on camera. But we used to have two cameras. Now we just have one, and still got the LiDAR sensor. But to be honest, I've never taken a photo with that wide lens, so I really don't care. Pretty much got the same pin connectors. It now says iPad Pro versus just iPad. I think they fixed that on the M2, but I didn't get that one. There's the 1 terabyte. There's the 2. I know it's probably overkill, but depending on how these hold up in the future, I'll probably have this iPad for the next 6 years. So having a good amount of storage on it, I think is important. But there's the thickness between the two. It might not. It looks like a pretty big difference to me. Let's look at it with the pin connectors there. So the iPad or Apple Pencil doesn't fit or doesn't work. The old second generation doesn't work with the new iPad. Only the iPad or Apple Pencil Pro works with the new one. It looks like the charging mechanism is the same, but they're saying it's redesigned and that's why it doesn't work. We do have no SIM slot, so now it's just eSIM for the cellular models. There's also no millimeter wave anymore, so we'll test those in the future, see if that makes a difference. But you see, it also makes for more speaker grills. We'll test out the speakers in another video. There is one less mic right there, so they did drop it from 5 to 4. We'll see if that makes a difference. No mic down there at the bottom. Thing is barely thick enough for that port there, Thunderbolt port. So I think that's a microphone on the back now too. It looks like they both had them, so we'll see. It's definitely lighter. I want to bust out a scale and see what the difference is. So we have this in grams. Don't know if you could see that, but here's the M1. The cellular is heavier for whatever reason. So that's 701 grams. And that is 585. That's a pretty big difference. So say in poundage, 1.29 pounds versus 1.54, almost 5.5. So, I can feel it just right off the bat. Huge difference when it comes to the weight, which, if you're holding it for a long time, then that might be an issue for you. I typically have mine docked up, but when you do have it in that Magic Keyboard brings its own weight. So, we'll see what the difference is on that side of the table. So let's bust out the new accessories. Now, I'm not going to go through a whole overview of everything on here. I want to set it up, test it out, really see how it is. Just want to unbox it for you guys, really for, my experience, but I'm bringing it to you. This feels lighter as well, just from the initial grabbing it. And that's even with this cardboard in the middle. So nothing really in there. You got some legal paperwork. Don't need it. You still got the Apple logo there. I'm actually surprised that they didn't flip the Apple logo, since now it's like really because the camera is in that orientation. I'm already scuffing this up. Probably should have gotten that nano texture because of that. Because of that light. But the camera's up here now. So it wouldn't have shocked me if they put the Apple logo in that direction, like how it is on the Magic Keyboard right there. But so this hinge is now an aluminum. That feels great. Let's open it up. Still feels the same on the inside, but right here, that's nice. Sorry for that that glare right there. Let's turn that over. Stop it a bit. But no, that feels super sick. Love the keys. You know, you got a whole function row now. Let's put this on there. I was worried that, you know, you might not be able to touch those function rows. Would it be underneath the iPad? But no, not at all. The function row is perfect, and the aluminum is really nice. You know, just touching the trackpad, I can feel the haptic feedback now. I know what they're talking about. You know, the other one didn't have it. It was clicky. This isn't clicky at all. It's a glass trackpad, which is super nice. And I just like how this feels, how it looks and feels compared to the old one. Although it might look the same from afar, it is definitely different. And just putting that together, you got the aluminum basically all the way around from the iPad and the keyboard. Still got that USB-C charging port, not data. That would have been sick if they brought that through. I'm really surprised with all the rumors that we got. There's no MagSafe, whether it's you know, how a MacBook is, or even the iPhone one. I was hoping for that, but I wasn't like, not a deal breaker. It just would have been a nice little bonus. But overall, this is super dope. We can dim it from here, increase the brightness from here, change the function, or change the do not disturb, put that on. You got escape, dimming and brightening buttons. You have the home key. You have a search, a dictation button for Siri, the do not disturb, pause, play forward and back. It looks like a volume up and down, mute, down, and all the way up, and then a lock. So that is awesome. Let's actually weigh this. Let's just weigh the actual keyboard and see how much that is. So that's 1.45 pounds in grams. That is 658 grams. So together, (1,243 grams, which comes out to 2.74 pounds. What is the old one? $14.17. $14.17 versus $12.43. It's 2.74 pounds versus 3.12. You can feel the difference, guys. I'm not even kidding you. So that is definitely a bonus, and that has a lot to do with just the thinness that they were able to shave off because of the dual stacked OLEDs are just thinner. It's just a thinner screen compared to the what was it, the mini LED. I remember those added thickness, and people were worried about, is the old Magic Keyboard still going to fit on it when the M1 came out? I know they came out with the white color. I still had the old one. So my Magic Keyboard I got in 2020 for my 2018 iPad Pro. I was able to use it for, if I would have got the 2020 iPad, didn't, I got the 2021, and then they came out with the M2 in 2022. That's 4 generations that you could have used this old Magic Keyboard for. So I know that is, an expensive item, but to use it for that long, you're kind of getting your money's worth when it comes to longevity. And even though that doesn't fit on here, at least, let's give it a shot. They say that the magnet array has changed from, even though it's the same kind of shape and everything, the magnets had to change. So let's open up this old one. And no, right away, like literally it's just, let's see if we can get that for you better. It's just not sitting in there. Like there's a magnet right here, but no. So it completely doesn't work. And MKBHD just came out with a video showing with the magnetic like tape or magnetic paper, how it's just completely different. And for me, I've been rocking my iPad on this magnetic stand for, probably 90% of the time for the last year. Put a Apple sticker when we used to get those. And I don't think it's going to fit on here. And it doesn't seem to. Maybe I can rig it on there, but I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. No, it just does not work. So any of these magnetic stands that people have been using, I haven't seen an updated model, but none of those stands are going to work, unfortunately. But we've been asking for a refresh of the iPad for a while now, and we finally got it. We can't be pissed that our old stuff that worked for 4 generations doesn't work anymore. It's just, that's how it goes sometimes. But let's get into the pencil. So kind of went on a sidetrack a little bit. Nothing new, just a bunch of paperwork. And the pencil itself looks pretty much exactly the same, except for now it's a Pro. Now that I'm holding it a little bit, is it a lot shorter? Let me twist that on. No, same exact size. It felt smaller for a second. But no, same. I know we got a bunch of leaks about a glossy finish pencil. No, it's still matte, still feels exactly the same. I don't know, pretty much weighs the same. But now it's Pro. So let's stick it on there for the first time. Boom. Doesn't say it's charging or anything. Oh, there we go. Finally got that. So it's connected, it's charging, it's at 18%. But that's what you get out of the box. So that notification's super quick. I'm sure you've seen it already, but it barely fits on the iPad because it's so thin. Focus, focus, focus. You can tell it just kind of slightly hangs off the edge. But, I mean, it's still relatively sturdy. I mean, it pops off, but it's still magnetized on there. So, win in my book. Let's see what it's like on the keyboard case. I mean, it's not flush right in the middle. It stays more on the iPad side, which is normal. So there's a little gap, if you can see that right between there. But no, that's nice. I still get freaked out because there is no strap that goes over it. So I will be getting another one of these, but on my old Magic Keyboard, I just have this little adhesive holder. The pencil can stick right in. So if I'm going to the airport or something, or I'm throwing this in the bag, I don't have to keep it on top and worry about it falling off. I'll be putting one on here as well. Just don't have it quite yet. This was made by Zugu, who is a brand that makes iPad cases, who's my favorite case manufacturer for iPads. Waiting on a refresh for these new ones. It's not out yet, but yep, I'll be adding that on there. So guys, what do you think? Questions, comments, concerns? I'm sure you've ran through a ton of videos. These unboxings, for me, they don't do a lot of views, but it's just more for my pleasure. And I'll be having a ton of different cases, accessories, screen protectors, the whole gamut. So stay tuned for those. I already have a couple ESR products to review. It seems like all the big YouTubers have gotten the bag for those. I bought mine. We're waiting on Spigen to release. It looks like on Amazon that their cases aren't coming out for like 3 to 4 weeks. But I don't know if they got in trouble. Did they not get the dimensions in time? Like, why is a company like ESR, no disrespect to them, how come they've had stuff out for weeks? They've had it out before the announcement was even available. I purchased mine weeks ago and received them weeks ago. And Spigen, a huge company in my eyes for cases, they've got nothing. So, do you guys like the black compared to the space gray? Should I have gotten the silver with the white and silver, keyboard? I don't know. The jury's still out. I do kind of like that look, but super happy with this so far. I can't wait to get into it, see what this thing can do. We have WWDC right around the corner. Are we actually going to get Mac OS for how powerful this fully loaded M4 is? We'll see. Either way, I'm still going to love my iPad. Every video that you've seen on this channel has been edited on this M1 iPad. I use it as my main computer, even though I do have a Mac Mini with Final Cut Pro. Everything you've seen has come from this. So I'm looking forward to much more videos out of this refresh. Every thumbnail you've seen has been created on that iPad, and that's probably how it's going to continue to be. So look forward to this journey with you guys. Can't wait for comments to roll through on what you guys are looking for. If there's a certain case that you guys want to see or accessory that you want to see, drop it in the comments and I'll check it out. So until the next time, this is Buck Life. Peace.